Hey everybody, welcome to another episode of Peace Luv Biz with me, host Steve Higgins. Today I'm just an enzyme and I'm here with the head honcho, Mary Roach herself.
Here I
How are you?
am. I'm getting there.
You're getting there. Yeah,
I'm getting there.
you're getting there. We're close to a deadline. Mary's also working with deadlines of her own, so it's a little complicated in the Peace Luv Biz world.
It is. It's maybe not complicated, but a little messy going on. But we
Yeah,
manage it. We manage it. We pivot. We're
it's
good
it's not
pivoters. We're
and it's
really good
nothing
about
of yeah. God, takes me back to the Friends episode.
pivot. No, but for a person that I would love everything to be the same all the time. Like the lady that cleans, she constantly, my toothbrush is always in a different location. It drives me insane. I like everything exactly the way it is. We do really good for change with
Yeah.
change, considering I don't like it at all, but I know it isn't inevitable, so I just go with it.
Well, and that's it. You more than anybody have rolled with punches and sucker punches and all types of stuff. You've
Sure.
kind of got used to it. And as a business owner, you've got to do it as well. So it's like you've got it on multiple fronts on that end. So it's
Yeah.
kind of gnarly. Gnarly.
Not really. Yeah.
Nice. So today's episode, given the fact that we are about to get through a tax deadline, we're about to get into tax planning mode for our clients, for anybody else. So I thought it'd be a good idea to talk about one aspect and maybe a few others about, a certain strategy or even something people may not have considered. And that is how health insurance, life insurance can be used as a tax strategy, not just as a benefit or as like protection.
Yeah.
So to start off, I did some digging, and I know that we're dealing with quite a few people still that think that they are tax experts, even though they've hired us for a reason. So they want to nitpick returns and all types of stuff. So just to put it into context, the IRS last year collected more than $5.1 trillion in gross tax revenue. That's trillion with a TR.
Well,
Not a B, not an M, trillion. So if you think that paying any tax is a problem, let
mhm.
alone what you should be paying, then that's just poor planning on your part. And when you come to a tax preparer after the saying, why can't you do better for me? That's a you problem, not a tax preparer issue.
Well, and your key word there is not tax, but preparer, not expert, not planner,
Not advisor.
not advisor, preparer. Preparer, so that we can put this in layman terms, is data entry. You provide paperwork, they put it in.
Yep.
That's all they're doing.
And Mary's saved, I say Mary because Mary's the one that's done everything for us. She saved people over $1 million in taxes this year across all of the people that we've worked with already, and there's still some more to go. So Mary isn't just a tax preparer. That's just like calling her a bookkeeper and she would fly through the screen and throat punch me probably.
Definitely.
Yeah. Because Mary does her best any which way possible. So, that being said, if you come to us after the fact, after 2024's on, and we're 9 months after 2024, so there's not really much that can be done retroactively at this point. So, deal with your tax bill.
Yeah.
That's all I can really say. But this episode is essentially dedicated to some of the stuff that we can do in the next 3 months to help people be prepared come 2025 tax season.
Well, remember, I want to say this, people go, oh, I shouldn't have to pay that much, yada, 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 whatever. Why does so-and-so multimillionaires pay almost nothing? They have somebody planning all their stuff. You're reacting. You're not being proactive. You're being reactive. So there's really little, it's like, you can't go back and if you didn't want kids, then don't have them. Like, you can't do anything once they're there. They're out there in the world, man. You should have
Yeah.
thought about that shit. You know what I mean? I mean, things happen. You can't go back in time.
Yeah.
I mean, you just can't. So bitching to me about how you don't want a tax bill, and I've done everything legally that I can to minimize that, using tax strategies. Maybe you should have thought about this beforehand. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? Like, you didn't, and that's okay. But don't take it out on me. I'm just the messenger.
And just for context as well, that if you have a to income and you're only withholding, X amount over the course of a year, which is not enough to cover what you should be paying, you're gonna get dinged.
Well, that's the thing, because the key here is this is a tax bill. Bill being the operative word. Bill meaning you're going to have a bill by April 15th for everything you've earned the previous year. If you want to prepay it as you go along, because that's what federal withholding does, is it prepays that bill. Great. All the power to you. You don't want to know that come April 15th, that is your bill that you owe because you've paid nothing towards it. That's it. Like,
That's it.
it's just that simple. And then don't also, whether it's me or another tax professional, accountant, somebody that has anything close to my experience, if you've been doing your own taxes and you come back with, well, I've never had to pay that much, well, you've also hired yourself. And how many times have I gone through taxes and gone, you're if I filed it this way, you'd be in jail. Like, how many times have we literally said, there are so many transactions here that are illegal? It's insane. Many
I'm
times.
thinking of several people. Yeah, I'm thinking of several people, but I'm also thinking about the people that do file it themselves. You've looked at it and said, actually, they've told us that somebody else prepared it, and then turns out they did it themselves, and you figure that out based on the numbers they put in, and it's like, so yeah, that's a slight rant.
Most people drive exactly 75,000 miles in a year, or most people drive exactly 15,000. When I go to the grocery store, I know my bill always comes out with zeros. It's like 75,
always.
they're all even numbers.
That's because you always round up when they ask you at McDonald's. Well, do you want to round up for Ronald McDonald?
Yeah.
Oh, God. Oh, we should get sponsored.
Just be be transparent. BSing doesn't save anybody. And
yeah.
People don't literally, we joke, but you have to learn how to be better. So I use ChatGPT a lot. I'll admit it. I don't care. I use ChatGPT because I'm too blunt and people don't like it. Okay.
Yeah.
That's fine. Whatever. Here you go. But at the end of the day, there's no way around this. It just is what it is. And stick to your expertise.
Yeah.
If you want to do my job, go do it.
But also, if you want to do Mary's job, go and get the 17 degrees that it takes to do Mary's job, and then come back to us. Don't just take a QuickBooks certification. Now, that being said, we're going to talk a little bit about insurance and how that can be a tax strategy. So we have an array of insurance providers that we work with that can help people find the right insurance plan for them. So if you haven't had your health insurance, your life insurance, your retirement reviewed in the last 12 months by a professional, book an appointment, we'll figure out who best to connect you with, and we'll see what we can do. But to give everybody a true idea of what we're looking at, something that I read, I know it's, I say I read it, but the stat that I was given was business insurance premiums are typically 100% deductible for small businesses. To me, obviously knowing what you do, it's mainly based around the documentation that supports that.
Absolutely.
So for me, and Z2A and Peace Luv Biz, I've got my health insurance that covers me, family, kids, all of that stuff. It's not cheap.
No, but it is but you don't, so depending on, I won't say yours to not put out your business, but if you get a K1 and you want the company and you want to include your health insurance premiums, then your company would establish fringe benefits to be inclusive of that. If you're Schedule C reporting, then you're going to be reporting that as self-employment health insurance that you're paying for.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's all.
Yeah. And, you said it earlier about the difference between a preparer and a professional advisor, whatever. It's also the difference between a standard deduction and an itemized. when you go
Like,
to file taxes. So people are going to get shocked when it's like, okay, it's going to cost me more to do this in terms of the way that somebody charges you to do your taxes.
well,
But
I
if
was
they're going
gonna
to,
include
yeah, good.
car insurance on that. So people think they can deduct car insurance, the payments for the lease or the payments for the loan. And so I'll stick with the insurance to not go off on a tangent. But the insurance was part of actual expenses. So you either choose mileage that has built in depreciation into that, or you do actual expenses and it's possible to do depreciation. I won't say it's for every car you can, but it's possible to do depreciation if you do actual expenses. But then you need to be providing actual expenses, but actual expenses would be inclusive of insurance. If you choose mileage, you don't get to deduct car insurance. It's one or the other. You can't double dip, which reminds me of George Costanza. You dip.
I should not get that reference. I'm too young for
You're
that.
too young and yet you get it. But
Yeah.
so with insurance, that's something to be aware of too.
Well,
Life
and
insurance, I know you'll probably get to it, but life insurance,
that's
the company that can be a deductible expense if the owners, i.e., you, me, have life insurance paid by for the company and it goes back to the company because the company needs to be a going concern, and that's the whole point behind it. And going concern is an accounting term, but it means that it continues on forever. It's the one
yep.
thing that can't die. You can elect to kill it, but it doesn't actually die by its own volition
Yeah.
because it's a non living being, but it is its own entity. So if you elect to kill the entity, then it dies. But so then,
Well, and
yeah, you
that's
have the
it.
life insurance for that too. So it's not like you get life insurance that all goes to your husband or your kids or your spouse, partner, whatever. No, it goes to the business. So that would be deductible. Now you have a fringe benefit set up. That's a different story. Not to give away all my little secrets, but you know.
Well, and that's it. Like, you have all the little secrets. And anybody that's listening that doesn't understand this, that's why you have a Mary and you need to book an appointment. Well, and you said life insurance, that's where I was going next. Typically, people that have buy-sell agreements in place, you could actually put in life insurance to protect ownership transitions. So not just the actual protection in case, the worst happens, but it's that legacy and succession planning as well. So from an
Mhm.
operational standpoint, it's important to have. There's a lot of people out there right now that are getting into their 60s, and it's like, okay, not you. I didn't look at you. I mean, I'm looking at you, but you're not there yet, and you're never gonna
That's
retire
really
anyway.
old. Yeah, I'm never gonna retire.
You're never going to retire. We're never going to sell up unless somebody wants to come and offer us way too much money to move to Belize or something.
Oh, and the stipulations, I'll still be working.
Yeah, stipulations must provide QuickBooks access for Saturday night entertainment. Gosh, I don't remember where I was going with that.
Buy
But
celebrations.
yeah, that's it. From a succession standpoint and an operational effectiveness, it just protects everybody. And you said it. If you choose to kill the entity, then yeah, that kind of goes away. But that's where I was going. A lot of older people, older than me, coming up to retirement age. Let's put it that way. People coming
I
up
like
to
that.
retirement age are thinking about selling their businesses. The problem being, it's they may have been on a downward trajectory. They may have started to relax a little bit, and revenue's not where it was previously. And that's where you were talking about the going concern. That's going to affect valuation, the insurance to go alongside it. There's question marks about that as well. So we had somebody this week come to us asking us about, the trust, living trust, and using that.
I can't even. That's like a whole episode
Oh yeah,
discussion on trust. Like can't stand TikTok. That's all I got.
yeah.
I'm probably
TikTok
going.
and Chat
Someone's
GPT
gonna
is
hear
kind of,
that and gonna go mental on me. But
people see a lot of stuff on social media and think, oh, why can't I do that?
well, I really shouldn't say I hate TikTok. I should say I can't stand the mentality because someone has 30 seconds of snippet time and thinks they're an expert and isn't, and someone that's not qualified hears it. I mean, have we ever played the game telephone? I know that dates me, but play the game telephone with 10 people on a Friday night. It never comes out right, ever. And that's all you're doing from TikTok. You're going, "Hey, I heard that you can write off your house to your company. Okay. So can you do that for me?" No, because that's not actually what it says.
And that's most of the point for this episode for me, and that's get your professionals lined up. Get your
Yeah.
when you get your insurance, talk to an insurance broker that knows what they're doing, cares about the customer, doesn't and really isn't caring about the commission when they're thinking about it. And
Right.
you can interview agents and figure out who's a good one, who isn't. And thankfully, I've got enough people to know who the good ones are
Well,
and
and and
who's
and
there and not.
I think, I mean, we do talk about how, I have all those secret whatever, the secrets. But one of the things that people don't understand, and they've only been grasping this as of late, as we've met with them because we're coming up on year end. It's crazy to say that, but we are. Is that they meet with us and they're like, "Well, I need to grow. I need to grow. I need this. I need that." And we've been saying for a year because, oh, we've been together a year. I mean, we went together way longer, but together here a year. And we've been saying that all you do is biz dev, and you literally you'll meet 10 different bankers, loan officers, whatever, and get it down to like 2 or 3 that we try everybody out. We do the same thing with it, and that's not just like, "Hey, send a loan." That's like conversations. Are you on time? Do you have meetings? Do you respond to emails? Like, it's just like interviewing anybody
It's like a
else.
scorecard. Everybody
Yeah.
gets a scorecard.
You're trying them out, and that's what you do, and people don't realize, like, you do the scorecard with a lot of different industries, every industry, and a lot of different people within it so that our clients have the best referral out there,
Yep.
and people don't understand that.
I don't expect them to. It would be nice to get recognized for that, but it's not even what that's about, is it? It's just making sure everybody gets what they need when they need it.
Well,
And
no,
and
if that's what I did, I would be like, "Listen," because we all know my personality is different than yours, so
yeah.
I would say it. So I'm saying it because I do appreciate it, and I've put you through hell for, like, well, for a long time, but definitely for the past 3 weeks.
Well, and there's some people
Right.
that we work with that have shown up, some that haven't,
Yeah.
and I'm the one that gets it from you when something isn't working out with a referral that we've passed. And I'm like, come on, just breathe. Woosah.
Mm,
But now's the time of year where people will be thinking about it because open enrollment's around the corner. People are
mhm.
also coming up to retirement age. They're thinking about wealth management, building their retirement. And that's when people need to come to us, get those strategy sessions down for the tax advisory. We'll
Right.
connect you with the financial advisors that we know that, and you have to interview people. Like, you'll find the
Oh, yeah.
people that fit you best. It's just like getting a
And
roofing
you
quote.
want you but you
Say
want
it.
the No, it's just the reference you used. It really cracked me up. So you do wanna make sure, because of what I'm gonna say, the personalities fit. You
Yeah.
do really wanna make sure of that because, listen, I can rephrase anything in an email. It sounds cute, charming, "Oh my god, she's so sweet." I am pretty sweet overall, but I am dangerously blunt. And right now, I turned 51 less than a month ago. I'm in full blown menopause. I am unapologetic about it. My hormones are everywhere. Steven is the one that has to put up with this more than anybody else in my life. And I have a partner. So, and it's real. Hormones, my body core temperature is like 120 degrees. I'm a hot mess, literally, all the time. But outside of that, I'm still unapologetically blunt. So if that
Mhm.
doesn't work for you, I'm not your fit. And that's okay. That is okay.
If you were a food dish, I've been watching the career ladder a lot. There's a guy on TikTok, ironically, we were talking about TikTok. He guesses people's jobs and careers. One of his constant questions is if your job was a food, what would it be? If you were a food, you would probably be like General Tso's chicken, kind of sweet, but very spicy, and sometimes kind of sour, like a sweet and sour spicy blend.
Like Coke with beer. I work way better with drinks.
Oh my God, you've done that before, haven't you?
Oh yeah. Coke with beer is great.
Yeah, no, it's not. Weird.
It
We
is.
knew that already, though.
Coke with beer, or like if I'm a Riesling, I'm not a sweet Riesling, I'm not a dry Riesling, I'm a medium Riesling.
Actually, I'll give you some leeway because in England, shandy's popular, and I know that everybody's gone to like craft brews and stuff, but you know, getting a
My
lager with a
brother
lemonade.
learned drinking that. I learned it from my brother. My brother learned drinking that because he was stationed in England,
That makes sense. But yeah, it's not Coke. You do it with lemonade, like Sprite or something.
which is way better.
Yeah, okay. Anyway.
I get your
Yeah.
point. Way better with comparisons with
Yeah.
alcohol.
No,
Not
that's
sure
fair.
why.
Yeah, not sure why. But back to the topic at hand. Vet out the professionals that you're working with.
Mhm.
Interview them. If you need a reference, if you need questions to ask people. Right now we're helping one of our real estate investors find a property manager. So
Mhm.
I've spent to your point with the business development side of things and networking and getting the referral base, I've been interviewing property managers.
Mhm.
And it's tiring, but
Mm.
it's about making sure we've got the right fit for the client. So
And
if
it's
you
not just
guys,
it's you researching the area, finding the Google reviews, reading the Google reviews, then there's a whole gamut that goes on. It's not like everybody thinks the same thing with taxes. Oh, you're just entering stuff in. No, I'm not. No, I'm not. What? Because you do taxes, you would know this. Because you do business development, you would know this. There's a whole bunch of work behind everything that we do.
there's a point though. If people think it's just entering the numbers, go to H&R Block, go to
Yeah,
TurboTax, go do whatever you want to do, but don't come to us and then
yeah.
complain that A, your taxes are taking longer than it would do going that way, but also your tax bill has been taken care of way better than it would be with a
Mhm.
preparation service. So
Yeah.
you've got to know what you're getting into, and that's the point. I think I'm pretty much wrapped up. Essentially, you got any other comments about that stuff? That stuff, as though it's not cool and
No,
important.
but I will say on a separate note, just, be nice to people. Check on your friends, make sure they're okay.
Yeah, especially after yesterday.
Tuesday.
No, yesterday was Wednesday.
No, but what I'm thinking you're talking about was Tuesday. I don't know what happened yesterday.
Well,
But
there's a
anyway,
lot there's a lot of bad messed up stuff in the world, so
yeah,
be kind to everybody and operate with peace and love.
yeah. And don't make
That's all.
assumptions.
Yeah.
No one's dead. It's gonna be fine. And if they're dead, they're dead. There's nothing you can do about it. That's why we don't freak out about deadlines.
Yep. And
Okay.
Mary's been doing this long enough that she's got the systems in place to deal with it.
Just have a really peaceful week. I will say this in closing. It's really easy when you see a loved one taking a nap on the couch, take a blanket, put it over them, make sure they're comfortable. Make sure you do the same for yourself.
Yeah.
We don't have enough grace for our own selves. We need to
Darn.
be better about that with ourselves. That's where I'm at. I'm my hardest critic, and my health has not been great. I've been beating myself up over it, and I'm like, I'm really kind to everybody else out there. But why am I being so mean to myself? So now I'm like, grace.
Am I a bad person? Why
Why
am
am
I a
I?
bad person? So Tuesday morning, everybody, just in closing, I get a text from Mary saying, "Am I a bad person?" Like she's just completely breaking down because of the imbalance with everything that's going on with Mary's body. And it's like, no, you're amazing.
That was so funny.
The only person that Mary could believe, though, was not me. It was Bacon. She knew that Bacon loved her, and that was the main thing. So, everybody out there, be
Mm,
the best Bacon version of yourself that you can be.
yeah.
Say hi to people, be kind, and
Check
reach
on your
out to us if
friends.
you need anything. Yeah, check on your friends. I'm about to go make a few phone calls. So, till next time, everybody, have a peaceful week.